I am AEW superstar Malakai Black. And every Wednesday and sometimes Friday, you can catch me on TNT, where I execute some form of justice onto any deserving individual that stands in my way. All for the improvement of the House of Black. But today I'm a messenger, which is ironic because the name Malakai translated means messenger. And this message goes out to anyone from Soundsphere, whether you've read the interviews on the website itself, or Soundsphere TV. Soundsphere wants you to know that they are very thankful for each and every one of you. So, from myself, via the House of Black, via Soundsphere, thank you very, very much. And before I go, I will leave you with this gem. There's one absolute truth. The house never loses. The house always wins. Go check out Soundsphere. Thank you.
How's that? Because I've got the microphone in front of me and it's not showing red, which normally means that that's muted. Am I still muted? Okay, thank you very much, Mark. Yeah, I've just got your message, Jack. Thank you very much. As always, guys, that's why you're here. Because you helped me. So, yeah, my tiny mic on. Uso. So, I'll go through it all again. Make it easy. I had Malakai Black on the intro because we are going to be talking about him. We have also got Fenix to have a quick chat about as well. And the women's Wrestlemania card. We did the men's last week, so it makes it only fair to do the women's. And I want to do predictions nice and early, just because the closer you get, the less chance you are of having predictions, because you've already sort of seen what's going on. And we're doing the quiz as always. You know what you're here for. So we've got Mark, we've got Jack, we've got Daz. How are you doing, dude? We're professionals. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've got my microphone right there and it's not showing red, it's showing yellow, which basically means that my battery on my mouse is about 50%. And same on the mouse, that goes to fit that everything goes yellow when I'm at 50% battery on my mouse. So yeah, it's been a little bit fun. So I actually forgot to do slides for Malakai Black and Fenix. So I am just going to quickly bring up a big fit photo of him. Alistair Black. So, how's everyone's weekend been so far? I Daz should have said before, but we was telling. Yeah, we know. So, save him. I'll do it this way. Save image. So, has anyone been up to anything exciting over the weekend? Or has it been pretty boring, to be fair? So, does that know AW starts 12 Monday? He doesn't, but I will remind him. I will always try and remind everyone I can. And where's my Malakai Black photo gone? I know, that's why. Oh, that's a nice photo, so we'll save that one. Okay, do that. That's better. So, till the end of the month, yeah, Wednesday. Like I said, I will always send that message out. That is the main reason that there was no wrestling royalty this week. Because obviously SmackDown being live from Brussels, it didn't make sense to have one stream going for Wrestling Royalty and Hullywood, and then Sam covering SmackDown. So that's the main reason. Jack wants to get a tattoo of Ant's face. I mean, you're not the only one. But what we'll do is we'll start off. We're going to talk about Malakai / Alistair Black. I don't know why that photo is as blurry as it is. But I'm doing all right, dude. I'm doing all right. I'm going to see if I can find a better photo because that one's awful. Images. Try that one. But yeah, even that one. So not great, but it looks a bit better. So Malakai / Alistair Black, supposedly now a free agent, unless he has already signed with WWE. What do we think we could expect from him in the future? He obviously has had the run as Alistair Black in NXT, then on the main roster. He was also working with Ricochet, who's now left AEW. So is he someone that you think should go back to NXT? Or do you think he should stay straight on the main roster because he's paid his dues in NXT, really, hasn't he? Do you think we'll get a different name change? Because obviously he left a WWE as Alistair, which was copyrighted to WWE, so he then moved across to the Malakai Black name. But yeah, let me know what you think to start with. It would be cool if he goes back as that Dark Father gimmick. He was enjoying that, yeah. If you're teasing him on SmackDown, then he's going to be on SmackDown. Yeah, I think that's the route I would have him go down. He is definitely more, I think, of a SmackDown style than he is Monday Night Raw. I would love him on Monday Night Raw, though. That's the problem. Wyatt Six kind of prelude him main roster unless he joins that story. Now, there was rumours of him taking over as the head of the Judgment Day. But I do think with the teasers that we've had for SmackDown, I think that is the way that we'd be end up going. I mean, do you think further down the line we could see the rest of his sort of faction move across in terms of the House of Black? Because you've got Brody King, you've got Buddy Matthews. Supposedly they was very close with Alistair Black or Malakai Black back then. So do you think he could be moved across with them? They could be moved across at some point when their contracts are due? Or do you think that they will stay with AEW? Not going to lie, that faction needs a massive fixing. The White 600%. It is a faction that, again, this spooky style gimmick really works if you know how to book it. And at the minute, I think Triple H is trying not to do a Vince McMahon thing. I know it sounds weird, but sometimes you want a lot of the spooky stuff. It fit Judgment Day, but as Mark says, Whites were in need of fixing and dire need. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think since what was the last time we actually saw the White Six properly do anything half decent? It's been so long now. That's the issue, I think. But yeah, Daz is saying stay with AW, especially Matthews. Brody King's friends with Booker, as it were Buddy, is happy in AW. Julie Hart will be buried in WWE, stuck in mid-card. I don't know. I think if you had them as a faction and you had them feuding with stuff like the White Six, maybe even the Judgment Day, I think it could possibly work. Over 90 days since we last saw them. That says it all. That says it all. 3 months, so we haven't even seen them this year pretty much. We know Alexa's the White Six leader, and again, she returned at the Royal Rumble. She was in the Elimination Chamber, but really, what has she done to invest herself in this sort of character and gimmick? But yeah, I do think for Aleister Black, Malakai Black, whichever you want to call him, moving him across onto a SmackDown show would be a better style for him, a better fit in terms of matchups. Because I do think the SmackDown roster is a lot more in tune with his style in terms of who I think would give him the better stories going forward. I mean, Aleister Black and Andrade back in NXT, I think was fantastic. You could put him up against people like LA Knight and he would have a great match. Spooky stuff with The Miz might be quite fun. And then obviously you've got Uncle Howdy that you could use. Even maybe Nakamura. Biggest thing is in 25 is that shot of her looking concerned in the chamber. Yeah. And it says it all when that's one of the biggest things for a character that's returned at the Royal Rumble. We've got Aaron in. How are you doing? Aleister Black's faction is Nexus 2.0. I think he'd be great as a leader and maybe like the Wade Barrett style that we had originally, and let Triple H do a proper booking of putting the faction over, unlike the obviously John Cena turn. Hey man, how you doing? I presume that is Dom. Hope you're having a good weekend, and I hope Emma's fingers are okay. So, yeah, I do think for Aleister Black, Malakai Black, or whatever he's called further down the line, it's inevitable that he's going to be going across to WWE onto SmackDown. And I do think that he will absolutely shine. Very quickly, Dom, what do you expect from Malakai / Aleister Black? Do you want him to come in as part of something like the Wyatt Six? Black needs to be a heel. Yeah, I do think he works better as a heel, but as a dark babyface, he can also be very good as well. She's just put them to good use. I know. She's already told me. We've got Ishii in. How you doing? Isn't Aleister Black a dark character? Very. Very. Dom's so excited for it. Yeah, so am I. And it's probably going to be the main reason I'd watch SmackDown at the minute, because there isn't really a lot going on to really excite me at the minute. So would you bring him in as a leader of a faction, or would you bring him in as a solo star that just keeps destroying people? Let me know, Dom. See what you think. So I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've had the week off work, so it's been nice and chilled. Going back tomorrow. So yeah, it's nice to have the week off, chilling out, just doing a bit of nothing. So Dom's saying he's being billed as a main eventer, so I'd like a solo run into a faction. Yeah, I think that would be a great way to go. And as a heel as well. Or could you bring him in as the face and then turn him heel with the faction at the same time? Oh, that's interesting. Wouldn't be surprised if Buddy and Brody can join him in a year. That could be, if he's booked right and if the story fits. I think that would be the main thing. Triple H loves him. Yeah. Triple H has been a big fan of him ever since he was Tommy End. That's why he wanted him signed to a NXT deal. Mark is saying if he comes in heel, you can build him better as a spooky character. Hunter booking faces like pain trying. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to switch it from Malakai Black over to Rey Fenix. And I mean, what do you need to say about Rey Fenix? So he doesn't love the White Six. He probably does, but he's just struggling in terms of, I think, are a couple of them injured at the minute? Maybe, I don't know. What time does Raw start? With it being in Brussels, Mark will be all over that for you. But if you are unsure, keep your eye out, and we will have the thumbnail up tomorrow very early if we can. It'll be the Dark Father gimmick. Yeah, I think that's where everyone else is expecting it or hoping for, and then maybe build the faction around him. Give him more than 30 days, no compete. Yeah, Bo's being injured. I thought you'd be able to help me out on that one, dude. Thank you very much. Just cleared, so we may see him very soon leading into WrestleMania season. So, Rey Fenix. Obviously, Penta has moved across from AEW to WWE. He has done some fantastic work in the ring. Really, really enjoyable performances. He's been up against Chad Gable, Ludwig Kaiser, Pete, Don't Call Me Butch Dunn, and yeah, he has really impressed. A lot of high-flying stuff, a lot of things to really get the crowd engaged as a massive luchador that is amazing to watch in the ring. With Penta, he isn't the smallest guy either. And that is, I think, one of the biggest shocks when people see him. Because, let's have a look. Does it say how tall he is? He's 5'11". And Rey Mysterio, just as a comparison, is 5 inches shorter, which is a big difference. It is definitely noticeable. But if you then put Rey Fenix in there, let's just have a look, see if we can find out how tall he is. Rey Fenix. 1.77 meters to feet. No, what in inches, sorry. 1.77 feet in inches. So it's about 70 inches tall. So yeah, 1.7 meters. Love you too, dude. Thanks for sticking your head in. Hope you have a great weekend, and I hope Emma's fingers are back to complete normal soon for you. You know what I mean. So Rey Fenix is definitely going to team with Penta. Could even help him tomorrow, to be honest. If that deal is, I presume the deal is done to get him signed, but Rey might have had a no-compete clause from AEW. We don't know that, but we can assume probably. 7 p.m. for Monday Night Raw. Thank you very much, Mark. I should be here covering that. Apparently, there's plans for Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania involving the White Six. I mean, I hope so. I really do hope so, is she? Because it's such a good gimmick. It's such a good faction in terms of it's made for WrestleMania. It's made for showcasing. So Daz is saying Fenix to Raw to join Penta and Rey Mysterio. I think that's the way that I would like to see. maybe just even joining Penta. Give Penta his tag partner, bring him in. What if you just brought Fenix in as an attacker and have him attack Penta so they could put matches on together against each other? And so you could use a basic story if you left me. So I wanted to take my revenge out on you, and then we'll go for it as a tag team. 5 inches is big. I mean, that's what I tell people. Yeah, I do tell people 5 inches is quite big. If you don't, if you're doing video packages already teasing him that no compete is dead, it might, the no compete might be active, but if you've got a contract signed where you don't appear, I mean, like William Regal supposedly had one where he was allowed to work for WWE but not be seen, so he was contracted to WWE. You could do that. WrestleVotes claimed Alexa Bliss at Mania involving White Stick. Yeah. Michael's watching GCW, been into the Indies as of late. Very nice. Very nice. Mark is saying, with Sam, keep them apart. I don't care either way. As long as I get Ray Fenix on my TV, I would really enjoy it. Is, I think, one of the most exciting wrestlers that we've seen over the past couple of years that's actually, one, very exciting in the ring, and two, has a very big personality. Even if he's not speaking too much, you can still get enthusiasm, you can still get behind him, which is nice. Is WrestleVotes a reliable source? I think they're reliable enough if it is definitely WrestleVotes. Either way, it's going to be awesome. Yeah, I know. They didn't do a video package for Regal. If you're doing it for Ray, then he 100% doesn't have it. Yeah, true. But either way, just to echo that sentence again, it's going to be awesome. They are a spoiler account, but yes, they are. Yeah. So it is very good to have a couple of little spoiler accounts if you do want a little bit of insider information without reading the date sheets. They will do a lot of the work for you. But who would you like Ray's first feud to be against? Would you want it to be a singles, say like Chad Gable, or would you want it completely separate? I mean, if you've got Penta on Raw, and could you be doing Fenix on SmackDown with that tease, or on SmackDown? If you're putting him in there against Andrade, that excites me. That really does excite me. Because I think them two could put on some absolute fire matches. Michael, AJ Styles, yes, another one, completely different style, but another one that I think would be absolutely fantastic. Ray versus Dragon Lee, have Ray as the heel, have it where he's jealous of him teaming with Ray, maybe. Ray versus Shinsuke, another great shout. I'd take all of them, absolutely. AJ, Shinsuke, Andrade. I mean, even someone like Damian Priest, I think, would be a very good clash. But I don't think it would be a first feud, because I think we're going to end up with Damian Priest versus Drew at Mania. So I think that's the way that we should go. Keep Ray away from that for now. But in terms of going forward, yes, I do want to see Ray and Penta teamed up, going against absolute tag teams of any sort of caliber. I mean, the Creed brothers, very physical, very dominant, very bulky. So how would they put up against some high flyers? DIY would be a great pairing. Fraxian maybe, because I'd like to see them on the main roster sooner rather than later. Oh, Ray versus Logan Paul. Yes. Mark is saying, don't think Andrade lasts the rest of the year. Okay. I think you're going to be wrong, but I do think that Andrade needs something to get his teeth into. Is she saying Pete Dunne? Basically following the Penta route. That'd be a good show. Legado del Fantasma. LWO maybe. I mean, what about coming in as Ray Fenix teaming up with Penta and going up against the New Day? Don't want Logan Paul anywhere near him. I don't know. I reckon Logan Paul is just a big luchador. Although Logan Paul and Penta, I think, might be a better pairing. He'd probably walk out at this rate. Yeah. Fenix and Santos. Yep, I think that'd be a great shout. Or something like Pretty Deadly. That'd be fun. I mean, I don't think they'd be able to do a lot of lucha style stuff, but War Raiders versus Fenix and Penta, that does sound like good fun for me. I would probably enjoy that more than I should. Jacob Fatu, depending on what he's doing, yeah, that'd be a good show. Because I know Jacob Fatu can go as well. So we're going to go from that across to the WrestleMania card. What's his finisher? So at the minute, obviously, he might change that from moving from WWE from AW to WWE, but I think it's a springboard, corkscrew plancher, corkscrew moonsault, something like that, or it was. So we are going to go on to, like I said, the WrestleMania card. It's going to be the women's matches. So it is going to be talking about who the matches we think are going to happen, or who I think I'm going to predict, just to see how I do. Want him to win matches to build up, not having him face new talent already. Yeah, true. So, going to start off with the matches that we know have already been confirmed, as I did last week, because we have already had Tiffany and Charlotte confirmed for WrestleMania, going for the Women's World Championship. Will Becky be involved? Well, you'll have to watch and find out, won't you, Jack? By Mania. Okay. Again, that one I'm going to discuss at some point. But Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, we know these two are the two, I think you can call them the blonde bombshells of WWE. And I think if you went even further, you could say you could have Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair, and then Tiffany Stratton, 3 generations of WWE performer. And Tiffany Stratton is just this new one that's coming up. She's had some great work with the Money in the Bank briefcase earlier last year. Really exciting, really good fun to watch. Really good on the microphone. So, Tiffany versus Charlotte. To me, Tiffany has to win this one. Charlotte is a great performer in the ring, but I do think she needs to start giving the rub to other people and stop being this John Cena unstoppable force. As is saying Becky versus Liv. I don't think we'll see that. After Mania, it's way too late now. Yeah, I think so. Jack needs to talk to her on the Irish phone. Tiffany Stratton should win. Will she though? No, Charlotte will do. Doesn't work for me, brother. Yeah, I think that's what you would expect, but I don't think she has enough creative control in her contract to be able to say that. So I do think Tiffany Stratton is going to get the win on this. And I think she's going to hold it maybe until SummerSlam. The next match is one that I have tweaked a little bit from the advertised match. It's Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. But I do think we could see Rhea Ripley involved in that match as well. I would like to. But I would also happily take Io versus Bianca one-on-one, because I do prefer a one-on-one title match. Rhea in there just gives it that little bit of an edge for me. And I do think that if you have Rhea in the match, she probably will win that one. If you're doing the contract signing tomorrow, Rhea is getting involved. There you go. And I think that's why I put Rhea in there, because I think that she is going to have a say further down the line. Bianca, I think, has been shoehorned into this position to actually take the pinfall, which I'm devastated to say. But I do think if you do that, this could be the start of a Bianca heel turn. Losing at WrestleMania to Rhea, who shouldn't technically have been in the match, if you go this route, that to me is the way to build this match and build Bianca as that heel. And I hate saying this, Io's only in the match as champion is to eat the pin. I think you could say Bianca. Bianca takes the pinfall, and that's what causes a heel turn. I think it's going to be a great match, no matter what combination we get. Whether it is just Io and Bianca, or Io, Bianca and Rhea. But either way, it's going to be good. Next match is, I think, one where we presume it's going to happen because of what we've seen. Jade Cargill returning at Elimination Chamber to attack Naomi. And with that, start this Naomi heel run, I think. Going further down, you know Jade is going to be winning a title at some point. So do you think she could be the one to dethrone someone at SummerSlam? Bianca's never turning heel. I know, but I think we said the same about John Cena a while back. So I think in this WWE, anything could technically happen. Best we are getting is Tweener Bianca. I don't know. I still think that we're going to see a proper heel Bianca at some point. I know she does a lot of stuff with sort of the public image side, but I think as a heel, she could actually be very good. Michael's got Jade winning this in a quick fashion. I think Naomi's got to put up a bit of a fight as the heel, but in the long run, Jade Cargill wins, maybe even with a stipulation on this one. And it's the one I think you probably would want the stipulation on, because that story of Naomi attacking Jade. Unless Naomi did it for Bianca. You never know. For Mark, Jade wins without Naomi getting an offensive move in. That could be a real big squash match. The next match, I am going because I just don't know where you take Lyra Valkyria for WrestleMania. I've put her against Bayley, but I could switch Bayley out for a couple of others. But Lyra Valkyria versus Bayley, both as babyfaces, I think would be a very fun match. I would probably enjoy it, and I would keep the title on Lyra Valkyria, but maybe have her drop it very, very soon after that. Add Roxanne to the match. That's a great shout, Mark. It was, I think it was Lyra, Bayley, and I can't remember who else off the top of my head. But yeah, I think there was like 3 people that I could have put in for Bayley's position. Well, 2 people I could put in for Bayley's position. One of them was Roxanne. I thought if I'm doing the triple threat with one of the other titles, I didn't want to do it for this title as well. So that's stuck nice and simple. Lyra Valkyria versus Bayley. 1-on-1, both great workers in the ring. Both, I think, would put on a very good entrance at WrestleMania. So, yeah, I do think I would enjoy that. And I don't think you need either of them as the heel. This one, to me, just screams fun. Chelsea Green versus Nia Jax. You can't have Roxanne being on both NXT and Raw and not have her at Mania. True. Very true, Mark. Very, very true. Chelsea Green versus Nia Jax. This is one where I could see the heel winning, taking the title off Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea's had good fun with the title, but in terms of actually doing enough, probably not. So this seems to me Chelsea drops the title in 2 minutes. Yeah. Have the heel win this one as a squash match. It could just be I don't mean it as a bad thing, but kind of a toilet break-ish match. A lot of people are not really interested in Nia Jax, but she's done a lot better this time since she returned after being released earlier on last year. Last year before, then returned at the Royal Rumble. I can't remember. But yeah, to me, this one, Nia Jax should be winning as the heel. Really want Chelsea Green to go on to bigger and better things. Whether it's world title, whether it's women's title, I don't know. And I think the last match that I had, was the tag titles. We have got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez going up against Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. And it was one of the only ways I could think of getting the tag titles on the WrestleMania card. Liv and Raquel recently winning the titles on Monday Night Raw need a team to go up against. I didn't know whether to do it like a fatal four-way tag match or just one-on-one tag. And I thought, I ain't got space to get another 4 people on there. So I'll just do it nice and simple as the singles tag match. Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss. If Bliss is the leader of the Wyatt Six, it makes sense. Nikki and Alexa are real best mates. I'd love this match. I thought you'll make Jack. So, yeah, Nikki Cross, I think, needs to get some more sort of visibility on SmackDown. Same as Alexa Bliss. Come together and maybe just appear and sort of spook Liv and Raquel. Because I think that would be a way to sort of tease the match. Because obviously with them being signed to SmackDown, Liv and Raquel on Raw, it's a way where you could just have like lights flicker or stuff moving and just really try and creep them out and say, we're going to have you at WrestleMania. People might be thinking it's someone else, but yeah. Aaron saying Birdhouse will have a parody gimmick. I don't think he will. I don't honestly think he will. But, I mean, either way, I'm going to let it play out. That's the one thing that I've learned with Triple H is let it play out. So, shall we do a quiz? Who wants the quiz? Because I know everyone, that's the main reason you come in on a Sunday night with me. You want to play a quiz, you want to be involved, and you want to have some fun. Quiz you. Go on, quiz. Okie dokie. So, as I always do on these, we have got the Kahoot quiz. Let's check it. So, with that, you can scan the QR code, or go to kahoot.it or with the app and go to the game pin, put that in, put your name in, and you will appear on the screen. Just your name will. So I'll just put the link in the chat, kahoot.it. There you go. Nice and simple. It is right at the top, just there. So with that, put the game pin in. We've got white 6 in already. We've got Forever Tired JMC as well. Come on, who else are we getting in? So we've got 2 of you guys in. Who else is joining? There's Daz, how are you doing? So I presume Forever Tired is Jack. White 6, who's that one? Is that you, Mark? Or is it Michael? So yeah, all you need to do, get rid of the device, scan the QR code at the top, put that game pin in, or expand that QR code. You're tired? Yeah, I thought so. So come on, who else is joining? Just realised they put a right back in the damn 2K game without putting him in the game. 5 a.m. start. I've been technically up since about 4 o'clock this morning watching the Formula One, so I'm a little bit tired too. So come on, who's going to be number 4 in? I want at least 4 people in this quiz tonight, just because that way it does give you the sort of jeopardy of not actually making it onto the leaderboard for the end. Oh, Jesus, 4. Yeah, the race started at 4 o'clock this morning, so I was up before then. So I'm ready for some sleep. Who else is going to be joining? That one. Let's have a look, see if we can. Nope. So, yeah, I'm going to give it another minute or 2 just to see if we can get another person in the quiz. Oh, I thought someone had disappeared altogether then, but no. Come on, get your friends in, get your family in. See who's got the best WWE knowledge. It's multiple choice, so you don't have to write answers. It all pops up on the screen for you. It makes it as easy as possible. It was a very good race, Daz. It was completely unexpected, the result. It did create a lot of jeopardy with the weather, so it was very good fun. Come on, is there going to be anyone else join? Let me put a timer. I don't like the way the clock has changed on Windows now. It used to have a proper full-sized clock. Let's have a look. What's the timer on? It's on there. I'm going to give it another 15 seconds. And then we're going to go for it. Just go till 45. Okie dokie, Mark. Okay. Gives someone else a chance to jump in last minute. So while waiting, has anyone got any plans for the week? Obviously, like I said earlier on, I am working. But I am going to be back tomorrow for Monday Night Raw just before 7 o'clock. So it gives me a chance to get in, stuff something in my face, and get ready for you from then. So we have got not very long left. Jack's going to drink tomorrow. Okie dokie. I had one tonight while watching the football, but yeah, it wasn't a great result, was it, Mark? I'm afraid. Liverpool should have put a lot more chances away. If you see Andy, tell him that as well. So let's lock it down. Let's get started. We are going for the quiz. So here we go. It's the women's quiz. There is other questions in there, but it is predominantly women. First question. Patricia Parker is a real name of which NXT superstar? Some big names in there. Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace, Wendy Chu. So it is Jordan Grace. Who got that one right? Daz straight off the mark. Let's see who's going to get the next one. Terry Pock was the on-screen girlfriend of which wrestler? So Terry Pock, what was her on-screen name? And then what her on-screen name was? It was Tori. And she was a member of the X. So she was the girlfriend of X-Pac. And if you want to be pedantic, Kane. So who got that one? There we go. Shows you how quick you can jump up and down on this quiz. Jack straight ahead after one right. If you get more than one, you'll get your streak. What was the last pay-per-view under the WWF banner name before it moved across to WWE? So there's some big names on there. And it was Insurrection 2002. Rebellion was actually the first UK one under the WWE name. So again, look at how quick you can change on that list. We've got Taylor in. How are you doing, dude? Get some questions answered very quickly. I'm going to give it a couple of seconds, give you a chance to answer a couple. You should be able to catch up. Mark is saying, damn you, Roxanne. Yeah. Watch WWE highlights on the Vault and WCW. Yeah. Next question. Wrestler PCO was part of the Quebecers tag team. True or false? Or did I just make that up randomly? And the answer is true. He was the tag team partner of Jacques Rougeau. But because PCO and the Quebecers are quite far apart in terms of actual on-screen visibility, it just sounded like a crazy fact to me. So Jack has got 3 in a row. Taylor's off the mark. Daz is moving up. But if you get a couple of questions right in a row, Taylor, you could jump straight up that list as well. Next question. How many times did we get Trish versus Lita in a singles match? It's an iconic feud, but how many times did we get that match? Was it 4, 6, 8, or 10? This is according to Cage Match. So we've got 3 answers. Who's not answered yet? Oh, it was only 4. 4 matches for a feud of that caliber. Sounds crazy to me. Jack's 4 right in a row. Daz as well is starting a streak. Next question. Here we go. True or false? NXT has more matches rated 5 stars than the main roster. You'll look at how many matches have been on both. You'd expect one or the other. It is false. NXT has had 9 matches rated 5 stars, and the main roster has had, I think, 11 or 12 off the top of my head. Daz 3 in a row, the only one to get that one right. Jack streak gone. Next question. Here we go. Who was the first women's Grand Slam champion? And then I had to do Kenny Omega as the belt collector, just for fun. So it was Bayley. Bayley was the very first women's Grand Slam champion. There we go. White 6 and Taylor. got that one right. Here we go. Number 8. Which faction was the inaugural winner of Faction of the Year? So this is Pro Wrestling Illustrated Faction of the Year. And it was the Inner Circle. It did not start until 2021. You had tag team, singles, male and female, but Faction of the Year didn't actually come into fruition until 2021. So it was the Inner Circle. So no one got that one right. Everyone's banging the same point. Where is Bianca Belair billed from? So when she comes out, what is it? Is it Orlando, Florida? Knoxville, Tennessee? Everyone quick on that one. But 3 of you got it right. Someone said Orlando. Who was that? It was Taylor. You have to start getting a couple of right to move up that leaderboard quickly. But you can do it. You'll get some right, don't worry. Halfway through, who did Mercedes Moné beat to win the TBS Championship? Nice and simple. Who did Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, beat? It was Willow Nightingale. It was. So everyone's streak's been broken. True or false? Nice and simple. All 4 members of the WWE 4 Horsewomen have held the NXT, WWE, Tag, and World Championships in WWE. Is it true or is that false? So think of how many titles there is. Everyone's gone true on that one. So yeah, all 4 members of the women's 4 Horsewomen have held all of the titles available. So nice jump on points for everyone there. Let's get number 12 out the way. Who was younger when winning the NXT Women's Championship? Was it Paige or was it Roxanne Perez? Oh, 50-50 that one. I think there was only about 4 months in it, if I remember rightly, when I was creating this quiz. So who got this one? Oh, White 6 Taylor, you're closing the gaps on Daz and Jack. Let's go. Next question, number 13. How many matches have been rated 5 stars at WrestleMania? And I did have to put a picture of one I thought should have been 5 stars, and it wasn't. So 3 of you got that one. Who did that? Oh, Taylor's struggling. He's letting that gap sort of get a little bit bigger. There is only just under 400 points between Jack and Daz. This could be very tight going into the final question. How many women have held the world title for more than a year in a single reign? So this isn't over multiple reigns over 365 days. It's one reign that is 365 days or more. And it is only 2 women. Who got that one? There you go. Jumping up. Daz has dropped down a little bit. But there is now 400 points, or just under, separating first and third. If you get a couple more right, Taylor, you could be in with a chance as well. There we go. What was the stipulation to decide the first Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 32? So how was that match stipulated? It was a triple threat. It was Becky. It was Charlotte Flair. And it was Sasha Banks in an incredible triple threat match. There we go. Look how you've closed it up. Just over 2,000 points between top and bottom. 5 questions left. Let's go. Charlotte Flair is billed from North Carolina. True or false? It is false. It is from the Queen's City, because it would sound weird. And from Charlotte, North Carolina, Charlotte Flair. Sounds weird. So she's billed from the Queen's City. Look at that. Everyone has changed place. Jack's dropped down into 2nd. Daz has dropped down into 4th. Taylor's up into 3rd. And there is literally 70 5 points between third and fourth. Let's go. Question 17. How many women held the hardcore title in WWE, WWF and WWE? So it was 4 separate women all held that title, as everyone's streak's gone. So we are 3 questions left. Everyone's in with the possibility of winning from here. So question 18. How did Paige lose her women's NXT championship? Was it by pinfall? Was it by submission? Was it vacated? Or was it other? So someone said pinfall. It was vacated, and that's because she won the Divas Championship. So let's see how this has affected the scores. Oh, Daz just missing out. 2 questions left. Still a possibility of going onto the podium. White 6 just seems to be pulling away a fraction. Mark just putting the knowledge in there. JBL made her vacate it. Last but 1 question. Here you go. How many women have held the AW Women's Championship more than once? So is only 2 women have held that NXT AW Women's Championship more than the single sort of reign? And it is Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. There we go. So going into the last question, I think Daz, you just too far. If you go a streak, you might get a few extra points. You might be able to push Taylor down. Jack, if you get the answer correct, I don't think you'd be able to knock Mark off the top. Let's see. Last question. Here you go. Lita was known as Miss Congeniality in ECW. Is that true? Is it false? Did I pull that one out of nowhere? It was true. She did show up in ECW as Miss Congeniality. Here we go. The winner. Well, third place. Oh, Taylor snuck into third. Jack in second. But the winner was White 6. Well done, dude. Well done. So, great fun. Nice. And new. Yes. Let's go back just to me. Oh, that one. Well done, dude. Well done. Hope everyone had fun. That prov last week was a fluke. Yeah. It's one of them where everything can change very quickly if you got a couple of questions right. 400 points is a good win. Yeah, very good. 452 to be precise. So that is the whole Hangout done for this week. You're going to catch me tomorrow doing Monday Night Raw. And if you haven't already, a like and a share on the video would really be appreciated. A share would be absolutely awesome. And if you've got any questions, you can always find us on our Discord. You can tweet us. We are here for a bit of a chat every so often, if we need to. So because we were doing spooky gimmicks, I'm going to end with another one. So I hope you all have a good week. I shall see you in less than 24 hours. But I shall see you soon, guys.
It's Gangrel, the Vampire Warrior. Hello and welcome to Gimme a Hole. Yeah, our podcast. I hope everyone in Yorkshire and beyond is having an awesome day. Keep fanging and banging.